Hey y'all, it's Krypton Critics, and we're here to review Spider-Man Edge into the Spiderverse, the latest Spider-Man movie from Sony Animation. Dad, what did you think about this movie?
Fucking loved it. Excuse my language, but I really enjoyed it. It just passed a lot of the other Spider-Man movies I just saw, and then I have to watch it one more time to see if it passes Homecoming.
Okay. I guess I'm going to be the controversial one here.
I kind of figured you would be.
My eyes feel so dim abused.
Why?
There's like so many things out of focus, in focus, so many materials that they keep throwing in my eyes. I'm like, I can't handle this because they keep just flashing at it with my eyes.
I remember the first time I watched Avatar in 3D, I had the same jarring feel, but after a while, I got used to it, and I know why they did it that way. They did a depth of field for anything that was like out of focus, so they blended the two layers like in a comic book where the printing press is a little off. So that
don't get me wrong.
I'm not saying it's a bad decision. I think it's unique and different, and I give them credit for thinking that far in advance.
No, don't get me wrong. I have all the respect for the world for animators and storyboardists that put this together, because this is you can feel the passion of the work they're trying to put into this.
Yeah. They definitely went beyond the Call of Duty. This is definitely not the Emoji Movie.
Why is your voice so crackly?
I'm getting sick. I'm sick.
He says something like a Batman.
Oh no. I can feel it going in and out, and yeah, I feel it.
But yeah, there's some moments I'm like, okay, it's kind of gray. You calm down. Like my eyes can calm down, and then they start doing more shit. I'm like, my eyes.
But I enjoyed that type of eye candy, and even if it wasn't for the eye candy, the dialogue was on point. It was so just quick, boom, 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 and
like even in the first few seconds, we're just having logos. Like I'm just like I got scared. I'm like, please don't tell me the movie's like this, please. Like I got worried when I saw the trailer. I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird for my eyes. Even I said that like when we had a call, and a lot of that's true, and unfortunately. For me personally, I have to peg it for that. Like, it is not a movie I'm gonna rush to go see.
Well, I found myself not focusing on the actual acting and what was going on, so I wasn't trying to pick up everything, and it was easy for me to unfocus and just focus on the certain things I need to be focused on. I thought Miles was done really well. I'm glad he didn't take to it initially. I thought all the characters were really nice. And
did you know? Okay, spoiler review. Did you know?
So you see spoiler in this?
I'm gonna put it in the title.
Okay.
Okay. Did you know that his uncle was Prowler?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I did know that. I didn't know they were going to go that way with it. I did not see it. I had a feeling, but based off of everybody else's reviews I've been seeing, that there going to be some scenes in there like, wow, that was pretty good. So I was waiting for it, but I saw it and I'm like, wow, that was I was like, very good, very good, very good, and the way he went at him, that scene in his uncle's apartment when Miles was trying to write his uncle a letter, I thought that was really, the tension was really palpable, because Prowler, that guy went in ham, he went hard.
I was a big fan, when Kingpin shot him, and Miles is like crying over him and all that.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
To me, I think that's probably the best part of the movie.
I don't know. I didn't like the Kingpin. He was massive. Like him. It was really
nice. He's not Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh no.
Like he never said Vanessa. I was kind of hoping for him to say that at least,
Vanessa.
but he didn't say it like that. Vanessa, no. I'm gonna save her.
But Vanessa, he has to exude this large character.
Yeah, his design reminded me of that one banker from Despicable Me.
Oh yeah.
Just all shoulders.
But what I was about to say, I love the Kingpin backstory, why he was doing that, and it was really well done, and how they wrapped it all up in a nice bow. It was better than I thought it was going to be, and I'm so very, very, very pleased. The first clips I saw was really nice, but I think on this channel they were talking about how since his jacket and clothes weren't fitting tightly, when he falls you see it flapping in the wind when he goes down, so you really get a feel for how fast this guy's moving. All the other spider suits are so tight and clingy, and I hope he keeps that hood like Wednesday's in the jacket, because it gives you that feel of motion. And like when he was falling, he's shot up like this, and then you see this flapping. It was like, dude, you got to feel him really moving.
There was one character that I was a little disappointed that we didn't get any dialogue from, and that's Miles's roommate Gank. I was hoping you'd talk, because he's a character I really like from the comics.
I think most people gonna think they stole that from Homecoming, which originally came.
Yeah, was going to be that role,
Exactly.
but they named him Ned Leeds. He's practically the same character.
Yeah, exactly the same character. And I wish he would have said something, but his actions spoke a lot for it.
I mean, he could at least said hi, but he has like no dialogue. He just like goes unconscious. I think he writes a paper, and
everybody's going to be comparison to Homecoming. It was hard enough.
Well, you don't need to have him do anything like overly comedic. You didn't have to play it like that.
But it was.
I mean, they already added like their own version of Kingpin, and we've seen more than one version of that.
But it was so. I think most people, they had a hard enough time trying to distinguish it away from Batman, the original Spider-Man, but all the trolls and people out there talking where they stole this, they stole that. He's not original. But I don't think most people making those comments.
I'm like, do you know who made this movie? Sony. So we can do whatever the fuck we want with Spider-Man, since we are the ones that produced each one of these movies. Yeah. All right?
But
except for the 70s one.
When I saw the Sony animation, I knew what I was dealing with. And given some of the stuff they had produced in the past, I think they let the creative people be creative. It was the best decision you guys ever fucking made. It wasn't a cash grab, and it was a gamble. Everything about it was a gamble. But what did they have to lose? I mean,
no, a real gamble was if they made a movie called Spider-Ham. That would have been a real gamble right there.
But no, just the fact that I think they knew they had a positive black character, and they had one in the bank that people loved. And
they got a good performer to play the character. They got Nick Moore, who was from Dope.
Yeah. He was amazing. But all in all, I want to see more of this character. Obviously, they can go back in between dimensions. So I'm just looking at that. I even like the Aunt May in this version. It was just really well done. I love Peter. Peter B. Parker.
Yes.
I loved him. I loved that he was gaining weight.
I'm guessing his middle name is Benjamin.
Most likely. But I'm quite sure if we look what dimension he was from, like Rick and Morty, you probably forgot his middle name, but it probably is Benjamin. But I'm trying to figure out one part I didn't like. It was just an even, clean burn of a movie. It was. I didn't feel any lulls.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree just a bit.
What was a lull at?
I wasn't a big fan of like when he got his like hand stuck on Gwen Stacy, and then he like rushes out and all that, and he keeps getting stuck to everything. I wasn't a huge fan of that scene.
Well, how would you have done differently? Because I thought, given it needed to be. Keep in mind, it is a kids' cartoon, and so it didn't have to have some type of laughs in it because they was gonna fuck these. Excuse me, they was gonna fuck these kids up in parts of the movie because it got pretty dark. So they had to have some levity. And Spider-Ham wasn't on the screen yet, so to have some type of that bumbling, no different than what Peter Parker did it on the original Spider-Man with Sam Raimi, where the tray got stuck. It's all this. It was that type of feel, and I enjoyed it. It went on for a minute, but it didn't get to that point where I was all right. I had enough. I thought it was kind of cute, and it didn't bother me. And I love the load of work he had in school and what he was going through. Hell, even when he failed the test intentionally, I thought they put a lot of fucking thought into this thing. That's why I give it a lot of credit, because I would think about what they said. That was smart, and I would go something. That was smart. That was smart. I'm like that was smart. I kept saying that throughout the movie. That was smart, and after a while, I said, "Fuck it." I gave it a pass because they did a lot of smart things.
There's a character I was not really feeling.
What's that?
Doc Ock.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
I just didn't like her character. It has nothing to do about her being a chick, nothing like that. Matter of fact, I know there's...
Send all the emails to him.
Matter of fact, I know that version that they're doing actually is a comic book character from the 90s who actually did have some purple hair. So they're basing it off that. But, I just wasn't feeling her character.
I didn't see that coming. And I was very happy to see that. I was like, holy shit.
I mean, I thought her suit was cool, but I didn't like her as a character. Like I didn't feel anything.
I needed more time. That's the only one that was. I didn't care about. Don't get me wrong. I understand it, since it's Doc Ock. I wanted more from Doc Ock. It was a nice little banter back and forth. I didn't see it happening. It was a nice little fake, and I give him credit. I mean, I didn't get that far into Scorpion. I didn't.
Well, he has like 5 minutes of screen time.
No, but he actually had some talking lines.
But I really didn't like Kingpin either.
I didn't. I liked him. I liked the fact why he was doing it. Hell, even with Green Goblin, they were all the villains.
They showed me, but I didn't feel it.
Yeah. Okay.
When Prowler died, I felt that.
Yeah, exactly, because you spent more time. You had a backstory with him, and Kingpin had somewhat of a backstory. They didn't go into the bad guy's backstory. I'm quite sure it would have looked much more interesting, but for what they packed into this movie, I don't think we have the right to criticize it.
We are critics. We have the right to criticize whatever.
No, I respect critics to a point, but if you can't produce it, do anything close. Let me finish my statement. To anything like that, I know it. Since I do anime, I know what it takes to build something this minuscule and put it out there, and to watch somebody put a lot of effort into something and say, "Well, you got this wrong." I don't want to Neil deGrasse Tyson this shit. Neil has a habit.
What?
Neil has a habit of taking something like a Interstellar and point out this would have got it wrong, but it got a lot of it right. But I appreciate him doing it. But if it's scientific, but just being a critic, just to be a critic.
You're asking me what I feel about the movie and what the individual scenes made me feel, and what
I didn't say that.
Well, that's what all reviews are for. Like, I'm not just saying, well, this happened. Just a recap.
No.
That's not what this is about. It's all about your opinion about it.
I grant it, but what I'm saying is, when you're creating, it's very easy. It's very easy to be a critic.
Okay.
It's very hard to put yourself out there and have people judge you for your work, and to point out if it was a 95 or a 90, that's still a fucking high grade.
That's them. That's not me.
I know, but I couldn't treat anyone else like that. I couldn't treat you like that when you growing up. If you got a 95,
wait, you're comparing me to a movie?
Well, I'm comparing you to just being fair. I think I can't. If you got a 90, I'll praise you for what you got right. Now, if you got lower than 90, down to 70 something, I would say something. But I think this was a solid, in my mind, a solid 90 movie, easily. Without even trying. Without even having, if you cut out Doc Ock and Scorpion, this still would have been a great movie. On its merit alone.
Did I ever say it was bad?
No, I'm not saying that, but it just, I don't know. When it's that good, I dispel belief and like I'm willing to go on this ride with you. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I could say, well, hey, Star Wars is a bad movie because this is not probable. This is not right, and to point out things. But I'm more leaning toward how much did they get right in the majority of the movie. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I didn't say if anything was probable. We have Spider-Ham. Okay, this is goofy. Like,
I agree.
Now, what I'm just saying is, I'm not talking about probability. I'm talking about what they display for the audience. What they display for the audience is most important. Is how they affect your viewing experience.
Yeah.
Nothing's more important than that of how it makes the audience feel. And if you don't grab me as much as another movie, or you're not as successful as you would like to be, then that's where I'm coming out of the criticism with. I'm not saying that this, failed as animation. Nothing like that. Mm-hmm. I can appreciate great animation in movies that are not that great. Like Alvin and Chipmunks has some great texture animation. I'm not going to say that's a great movie just because of that.
Texture. No. The Emoji Movie was was a beautifully done movie visually.
Yeah.
It was just the overall package. I'm not striving for perfection.
Well, what is perfection? It's all opinionated.
So, it's subjective, but
because not everyone thinks that Godfather is the greatest movie.
For me, easily a 90, maybe a 95 movie. But I need to see it one more time because a lot of stuff did go by pretty fast and quick. But I need to see it again to get a good feel for what was going on, because visually it was a lot. Just the emotion.
Visually, it hurts me. It hurts my eyes.
The emotions that went between their father and his son, the brother. That's all.
It was good.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not going to argue with that. It was very good.
Yeah. So I don't know what grade you would give it. What's the rating system?
It's it's like alphabet grade.
Dude, this is
A+ to F-.
This is an A-.
Okay. I'm going to come out of B. Like, don't get me wrong.
If I see it for a second time, it might be a solid A.
Like, there was a lot of jokes, and I didn't laugh at any of them. There's a lot of, emotional moments. I thought, okay, that's really good. There was like a lot of story points. I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. And there's a lot of things that I can definitely appreciate, but as just a movie that I'm watching, a viewing experience.
Name one of the jokes you didn't like.
A lot of them I wasn't really feeling. One? Okay. Any joke involving the hair pulling from Miles and Gwen.
A joke. That was a situation. I said actually a joke.
There were jokes in that scene. It was at least.
I agree.
Yeah.
But if you say you don't like something and you can't name it.
Okay, you want something? Okay.
Why are you raising your voice?
Want something? Okay. The moment where Miles puts his hand over King Ben's shoulder and he says, "What was it? Like this?"
That wasn't a joke.
That wasn't a joke?
No.
That was a callback to...
It was I agree with that statement, but it wasn't a joke.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't really find that entertaining. I thought it was out of place. Like, I know he's the one that killed your uncle, but I don't think he would have gotten that reference.
He did. It was for him.
Yeah.
No different than any other superhero has their little saying at the end. This is for Aunt May, or this is from this. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
I just wish they would have picked something different because that one felt, really goofy to me, but goofy not like Spider-Ham. It doesn't fit in that scene. Now that being said, I really like Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man Noir. I did like that. It didn't make me laugh, but I thought it was cool. Like I thought it was a lot of this. I feel like, oh, that's very interesting, but it just doesn't land as hard for me. The only things that really land for me are the connection between Miles and his father, and when Prowler passes away, and that's really it. I really didn't care for any of the characters not that much.
I like Gwen Stacy. I thought she was cool. I like pretty much. I thought for what the time frame they had it in, if they would have cut more people out, I think they could have flushed out the characters better.
Mm-hmm.
But for what they did, I couldn't have done better.
Well, that's nor here nor there. It's just about how did the movie make you feel. If the movie doesn't work for you, then just say it. I'm not saying that you're a dumb person for liking this movie. I would never say that.
I didn't say that. What I said was, I couldn't do better.
Okay. You don't have to. You're not being paid to do this movie.
No, that's all I'm saying. I came in there with an expectation. They exceeded it.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could also be someone that's like watching, professional racers, and you're handicapped, and you say, well, I couldn't do that, so they must be great.
No. I'm not saying that. I can do some of this stuff.
Okay.
So I know what it takes and what it goes into building this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see something like that, something unique, different, and original, I give them credit for being brave, for doing something like that.
I mean, I think this is very admirable. But I don't think, originality makes something great. I think originality sometimes is overrated. Just as, saying that this right here, automatically great because I hadn't seen it before. I'm definitely in the mindset that, there's nothing really new under the sun. It's just a different way of doing it.
To a point, but I haven't seen this.
Okay.
And story, animation, great characters, and again, it was fast-paced. It was just, it checked a lot of the boxes that would make it great. I would not be surprised if it wins an award. I would not be surprised, and I'm hard pressed to think of another movie of this year that I enjoy that much. I'll be very hard pressed. Like, you know what?
Infinity War.
Just about it.
Black Panther.
It wasn't. This was better than Black Panther.
Oh, I'm not going to agree with that.
Yeah, it was better. I said what made Black Panther good was the great villain. Some of the dialogue was so I could have done without the casino scene altogether. There was parts of Black Panther I really didn't like. I like the fact people got hyped about it, but I'm willing to judge something for what it is. And
but could you have done it?
I could have done. See, that's the thing. I'm willing to say I could have done parts of it better, and I could think of things I would have done better. This, I'm hard pressed to think of something I would have done better, or found something. I probably need more time on it, but I'm sitting there looking at the visuals and everything they did to bring this character to life. Hell, the Prowler I think was better than Black Panther in some of the shots.
Oh, in shots, okay.
Yeah.
I think the story in Black Panther is just far more compelling than in this movie for me personally. And my biggest hang up is just on the story. It didn't grab me as much. And that's separate from what the animators do mostly.
Yeah, but they're both superhero movies. I can't think of it. Even for me, this Spider-Man was better than the Black Panther movie. For me, Infinity War was packed with a lot of characters in there, and it was difficult for me to think of things that I could surpass and say, "Well, I would have done this differently." This is the same way for animated, and even then when I look at it, when I stayed and looked at the credits and saw how many names, they didn't have that many animators. They didn't have that many people. Infinity War had crew gobs of money.
Yeah.
I'm giving them credit for what they did, for what it was great. I thought it was really great.
But this movie does not. The only Spider-Man, live action movie this surpasses for me is The Amazing Spider-Man, because I wasn't really a big fan of that movie. This does not surpass Homecoming. This does not surpass 3 Sam Raimi movies for me. I do like those more.
I can't say that because Venom was garbage.
I didn't like that.
No, the Venom movie was garbage. And
No, I thought you were talking about Venom in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay.
That was garbage.
I like Venom more than this movie.
No way.
Because I gave Venom a B+. I gave this one a B.
No way.
I enjoyed that one more.
No way. No way. I saw Venom 3 times.
You saw it 3 times?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I didn't see it in the movie theaters.
Okay.
But it was.
But once again,
that whole end scene in Venom, when that whole thing, you only heard bad people. That whole conversation, that should have been in the beginning part of the movie. That was not an end part of the movie. It was a horrible way to end the movie.
I like that ending. But once again, it's all about how it made you feel. And just because I feel different about one movie doesn't mean I'm, I'm somehow think I'm unnecessarily above everybody else.
No, I'm not saying that.
Or that.
I'm not saying that at all. But I guarantee you, I'm willing to bet their Rotten Tomato score can't be more than an 80.
Well, I don't care what Rotten Tomato score is. It's about what I felt when I went to go see the movie. Because there's movies that,
So, the only critic that matters is you?
Where it comes to my opinion, yes.
Yeah, granted.
When it comes to my opinion.
If you're a critic and you're getting your opinion out to the world,
let me
finish my statement.
Well, okay, listen.
If you're giving your opinion out to your world and you're in the minority of your opinion, are you serving your people?
Serving my people?
You're serving
I'm giving them my opinion. That's all being a reviewer is your opinion. Do I think I should have to...
Should they trust you then?
Should I trust me?
Yeah.
You're just hearing what I had to say, and you can make your own decisions. You should be grown up enough to make your own damn decisions about a kids movie, and say, "Oh, well, I didn't like this, I didn't like that." And sometimes you might, "Oh, I didn't recognize that. I didn't realize the Easter egg," and you made me realize it. I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's cool."
Well, I need to watch it for a second time.
Yeah.
And give it. Looks like I'll probably give it a higher score there because again, there's a lot going on.
Like, I'm for one that thinks that the movie Frozen is pretty overrated. But I know people that gush over that. We both weren't really impressed by John Wick, and there's swaths of people that love that movie. Critics adore that movie so much. Doesn't mean they're wrong, doesn't mean I'm wrong. It's all opinionated. Don't listen to me. This is my channel. All right. So tell us what y'all think. It's all opinion. It's all love here. We're not gonna step on your balls for liking a movie or something, or whatever you have. As part of the Critics, we love you.